Everybody, thank you so much for joining me here today. My name is Pritesh with Kaizen Crypto. In this video, I wanted to post a bit of an update video, a little bit of a vlog style for you. So just changing it up a little bit, show you some of the things that I've been working on throughout all of this crypto craziness. So if you all do enjoy this video here today, make sure you drop a like for me. Also, a big shout out and thank you to our sponsor for this video, Drip Drops. Drip Drops is a token distribution platform on Cardano. They're doing a lot of cool things like token claims. You can do token distribution. They're doing some cool things with NFTs. They even had their community vote for the Drip token. So they're doing some awesome things. We've even got our KAIZN tokens on the platform. So make sure you're claiming those each epoch. If you haven't already signed up for Drip Drops, make sure you check out the link down in the description below. When you claim for the first time, you and I can both earn 100 free drip tokens just for using the platform. So make sure you check out that link. And again, thank you so much to Drip Drops for sponsoring this video. So what I have here right beside me is the Stakepools. I've also got a little bit of the setup for the YouTube channel, the podcast, got the green screen here. I just wanted to show you a little bit of a behind the scenes, kind of like a day in the life almost, just to show you some of the things that I've been working on. Of course, you guys know building right now within the ecosystem is a fantastic time to create value. Really just being able to provide solutions for the ecosystem as in this bear market, you know, a lot of people have been shaken out. Maybe they've left because they see the prices down. But then if you think about what happens after that, when the price starts going up, I think an exponential amount of new people will come back into the ecosystem. So we're focusing on quite a few different things in that regard. Of course, you guys know we've got the Stakepools, we've got the YouTube channel. We're building quite a few projects as well. So some of the things I'm really excited about are Lovelace Saga. That's our NFT game that we're building on Cardano. We've also got Cardano Calendar. So what that is basically a one-stop shop for all things happening within the Cardano ecosystem. If you think about any type of in-person events or NFT drops, or even online Twitter spaces, you know, just creating a platform for users to go to see everything that's happening within the Cardano ecosystem. Also was thinking about this idea of being able to create a platform for content that would allow new users to see everything involved with being a part of the Cardano ecosystem, such as wallets, NFTs, what are some of the things with smart contracts and Haskell, you know, some of those different things that people who are a part of the ecosystem might be familiar with, but maybe some newcomers might require some getting up to speed. So some things like that are just what I'm thinking about right now. We are going to be going for Catalyst Fund 9. So we are aiming to bring value to the Cardano ecosystem for the long run. So keep an eye out for those Catalyst proposals. I would really appreciate any feedback or any support from the community. It would really mean the world. But what I have today to show you is just some of the things that I've got here. So we've set up our home office. This is really like a behind the scenes. You know, I kind of wanted to show our community what it's like, kind of like a day in the life, you know, just like a little vlog style format. But I've got the Stakepools here. Just wanted to show you that. So we've got bare metal Stakepools. We've got a lot of people saying, hey, you know, you did that YouTube video a while back showing that PC build that you did. Could you do a little follow-up? So I was like, you know, this would be a perfect opportunity. Today, I'm actually going to be rotating the KES keys for all of our Stakepools. So I figured, you know, while I've got that, let me just go ahead and turn on the camera and give you guys a bit of an overview of how much the setup has changed. So what I have here, this is actually one of the 3 instances we have for our Stakepools, but I'll just show you. This is the server rack that we've got for it. We've also got the switch. So I've got all of the Ethernet cables connected to this one switch. And then I've also got the HDMI splitters. So basically, if I press one of these buttons, I can pretty much change the instance which I see up on that monitor right there, which is fantastic. It really helps to consolidate space. And then below that, I've got the Beast. This is a APC lithium ion smart UPS. So it's an uninterrupted power supply. In the instance that we do experience any type of power disruptions, you know, we've got that to be able to help us out. So far, haven't had any issues with it. It's been working great. To be honest, in this area, haven't really had any instances where it's really been needed. But of course, as backups, you know, it's fantastic to have that. We've also got the 1 gigabyte fiber internet connection. And then if we look right next to that, I've got the boxes. So these are Intel NUCs. What we've done with this is I've really beefed up the hardware. I've been able to upgrade the processor, the RAM, put a nice solid state drive in there. So this is what I'm hoping is going to allow us to remain future-proof as these upgrades to the Cardano network take place. We've got the Intel NUCs here. These are the relays. Then we've got some nodes which contain the keys, making sure to keep those offline. We do also have a bit of redundancy with multiple locations. So this is one instance for the relays, and then we've got relays and then our main block producers in our main instance. And then we've also got another backup relay and backup block producer set up. So we've got quite a bit of server redundancy. Only one instance for the block producers are up. That's in our main instance, but then we've got 3 relays spread across all of those different geographical locations. So really excited about where the Stakepool setup has come. I went with the NUCs as opposed to those PCs that I had built initially, just because the amount of space that it takes up. And then also the NUCs, granted, they are a little bit more expensive, but you definitely do get the performance out of those little machines. Got my little space bud printed out here to keep an eye on the Stakepools for me when I'm gone. So I've got somebody to keep up with everything. And then also just to show you on this side, we've got some of the setup for the podcast, right? So I've got this little background set up, got the entire room treated for sound, and then I've got some PCs as well over here so that I can do any type of editing or the interviews for the YouTube channel. So it's a good setup, and I'm really excited just to see the progress of it. Also, I did want to give a big shout out to a couple of the Stakepool operators who have provided invaluable tools to the SPO community. So a big shout out to Martin with AT-ADA for bringing us the Stakepool operator scripts. That's actually what I'm going to be using later today when I go to rotate the KES keys. KES is key evolving signatures. It's almost like changing the oil in your car, just being able to do that routine maintenance. What it allows you to do is on your block producing node, it allows you to sign the block whenever you are assigned, just validating it so that it can become propagated to the rest of the network. But yeah, that's something that I'd like to say a big thank you to Martin for. And then also big shout out to Adam Dean with Crypto 2099 and Buffy. So Adam Dean, he is a rock star, just super great guy. Met him in person in Wyoming. It was fantastic. Does a lot of good work for the community. So a big thank you to him as well. So that's a little bit about what I have here. Some of the questions that I've been getting from the community, some new people are coming into the space and they want to get started with being a Stakepool operator. They see that I've had the experience of building all these machines like for bare metal. And a lot of people wanted to know, well, what's the benefit of running bare metal versus on the cloud? And it really does depend on your own individual circumstance, right? Let's say if you're in an area where you don't really have reliable internet connection or you experience frequent power outages, it's probably best to do something on the cloud because you do have that additional reliability. In my case, I felt like I wanted to do something bare metal because it's just going to help to create instances of the Cardano chain that are a bit more decentralized. It's not going to be running on the cloud like AWS or what are some of the other ones? DigitalOcean or Google. It's going to be my own instance, right? I've got it at my own place. And I've got multiple instances, so it really does help create that geodiversity with the Cardano relays. So that was the idea there. And then also just the fact that I would be able to learn how to actually build a PC. I would be able to learn the terminal for Linux and, being able to just go on there and I've got a physical machine where I can put my hands on, and at the end of the day, I'll own it, right? I don't have to pay server costs and then have nothing to show for it at the end of the day. So that was one of my logic behind it, just some of the thought process that I had. Now, as far as the cost, don't get me wrong, guys, I did not start with all these machines. I had to start on whatever I could afford. In fact, during the ITN, I started on a little Rock Pi. If you go back and watch some of my earlier videos, I was using the single board computer to run on the incentivized testnet. And that's where I really got my start with learning the terminal, learning, all this kind of stuff that's involved with operating a stake pool. Big shout out to the Duck Pool, helping me through it. We've been in the game now since the early days, and couldn't have done it without his help as well. So, those are some of the things to consider if you are looking at building a stake pool. Biggest thing I would say to anybody who is going to be running bare metal, make sure you have not only your security for your network, right? Like your firewall, making sure that you've bolted down your security, right? With maintaining your keys and all that. But I like a little extra physical security as well. So recommended to pick up that 12 gauge if you do live in the United States. Make sure you've got your place in a safe location, right? Like you don't want to have people breaking in or stuff like that, stealing your stuff. Make sure you can protect against that as well. 9mm is always nice, just that kind of stuff. So if especially if you live in the United States, just make sure you're protecting yourself. Those are just some of the things that I can recommend, as far as being able to continue to provide value and create a foundation to build within the Cardano ecosystem. I think the stake pool is a great way to get started. And that's exactly what I'm doing with these stake pools, and then also with some of the projects that we're creating for the Cardano community. So with that being said, everybody, that's a bit of a behind the scenes, kind of like a day in the life of Kaizen Crypto. Today is going to be all about maintaining the stake pools, making sure that they're running optimally. I wanted to also say a big thank you to everybody in our Telegram and our Discord, everybody who's been following me on Twitter, subscribing to the YouTube channel. You guys know that I could not do this without your support. It really does mean the world to me. So thank you so much, everybody. If you did enjoy this video here today, make sure you drop a like. Don't forget to hit that subscribe as well. That way you know exactly when I post more videos like this. Lots more Cardano content to come. All right, everybody. Thank you so much again. And until the next video, take care.